Welcome back to the channel. Look what I got. The GW-9010 with module 3150. According to that batch number right there, this watch is from July 28th, 2014. So it's at the moment of this recording, it's a few months away from being 12 years old. And look at the condition that it's in. It's a little dusty, but other than that, look at this. It's just dirty, or not even dirty, it's just dust. It's in pretty good condition. So today, you know what I'm about to do. We're about to give it a full service. Here's the O-ring right here. Part number 102-37046. O-ring works on all these models right here. Same as the G9000, 9010, and the 9025, and all these over here. So this watch is just like the G9000 Mudman. That when it comes to the button, they're like exactly, as hard to press. And this watch, if you didn't know, it's known as the Rally because it has a Rally timer, which you kind of need like a college course to learn how to use it. It's kind of weird. You have to set it. Has a bunch of beeps there. I think you stop it there. Let's see if I can get it going again. There, I manually got it to go. It's a little dusty, as you can see. We're gonna clean it, don't worry. So while that's going, this G right here means that it got the multiband 6 signal, which I did manually. When I got this watch, it was completely dead, and I think that battery is no good. You can see it's giving you different type of sounds. So the time is running out. The light is going on at the same time. Look. So you ran out of time, but the time is still going. And you stop it, I think, right here. And then you hold and press, I think, to clear it. And then on the next screen, it records that time. But then, if you press and hold adjust, right, and you don't like your time, you could change it. And now you did it faster. You see what I mean? Nobody will know. Nobody will know. And then I think you press start and stop. And when you see the TTL, I think total lapse time, I think is what it means. Then you press adjust again. And then you press these two again. And it'll clear everything out. And nobody will know the time. We keep going. We have the world time. I have it set to Tokyo. My second time. Alarm. It has 5. Actually 4 plus the snooze. And we turn the signal on. Stopwatch. It's like a regular watch. Timer. Back to the home time. The light is right here. And I found that you can see I have the automatic electroluminescent light on. And it's supposed to work when it's dim, and it's not working. So to get to the troubleshooting screen, you press adjust mode, start and stop at the same time, start and stop again. So you can scroll through the different screens till you exit. Adjust mode and reset will give you the tilt function, and you can see I'm not getting the 8s, so I don't know if the sensor is not working, or maybe it's because the battery was dead and it needs an AC reset, or the battery doesn't work. But we're gonna find out pretty soon. You get out, adjust mode, and start and stop. Nope, that's not it. It's actually start stop this and adjust to get to the solar. To test the solar, you just cover up the screen. I guess I got to do it for a little bit longer. There it is, 08. That lets me know that it's working. And look at that honeycomb pattern there on that solar panel. Isn't that nice? Check it out. So I have a previous video where I worked on a G9000, and to soften up the buttons, I changed the springs. I don't have that watch anymore. Somebody contacted me and bought it, and I think I'm gonna do the same thing with this one. But first, I want to open it up, replace the battery. I ordered batteries straight from Casio. So let me get it. Let me get the tools, and I'll be back. All right. So let's remove the straps first, because I want to clean them. Like I said, when I received this watch, it was completely dead. The bad thing about this watch is that replacing the straps are kind of difficult. These straps are long gone. They're, discontinued. I don't know if Jason Case makes them. You can see they're 18.7. So I haven't done any research on that. I believe you can still get the straps, which are, I think they're the same, but from the model that came with the negative display. The only difference is the buckle is black. And I think the bezel is still available also. All right. All right, let me remove this one first. From the side. Now I can remove the ones in the back. So now all we gotta do is just pull this, and you can see this watch is pretty clean. That O-ring doesn't look bad at all. It's a little flat, but it's still lubed. So somebody took good care of this watch. So that's why it's very weird that tilt function doesn't work. Like I said, it might be the battery. Might have one of those old, I've mentioned this before, the old battery is CTL1616. The new one is 1616F. Okay, let me get my metal pick here. Press, poke. It's actually an F, but let's look at the date. 14. So yeah, that makes sense. The date on the batch code is July. I said July 28th, 2014, and the battery is from 2014. You see how it says 14? That means it's from the year 2014. So the battery is almost 12 years old also. Needed to be replaced. New battery from Casio, genuine. Let me see the date on this one. '25. So it's from 2025. Nice. Let me get it back in there. Let me put on my double goggles so I could actually see what I'm doing. Make sure this is in all the way. And the AC is right here. Let me get my other ones. My skinny tweezers here. That way I can do an AC reset. And I pulled the whole module. I recently had to cut the tip of these tweezers. I forgot. I'm gonna do it. Alright, let's try it with these. Do an AC reset with these tweezers. 3, 2, 1. There it is. Alright. It's not in all the way. Trying to see if I can get to that troubleshooting screen. I'm gonna have to put the cover back on because I can't hold it. The buttons are too difficult to press. Let me try it one more time. 1, 2, 3. Nope. Let me take the bezel off. I might as well take the module off, put it to the side. Remove the bezel. And this is also the reason why these buttons are so difficult to press, because this is part of the bezel. I've heard that if you boil this, it becomes soft, but I don't think it stays soft for a long time, so I don't know if I should do it. Alright, let's install this again. Alright, should be easier now to press the button. Let's see. There. Yeah, so it's not working still. So that sensor is not, it's not working. And the way you turn it on is you press the light button, you leave it pressed, and that it's on. And then you have to be in a dark place and turn some of these lights off. So I have to do more research on that, see if I could replace it, because I know you can replace it. I just need to find out if I could find that part. It means I have to take apart the module. And I'm not really sure if it's this one right here. That little one. Might be that one. All right, so let me let me take all of this to the sink, clean it up, and I'll be back. All right, as you can see, I got everything nice and clean. I boiled this for 5 minutes. I've heard that you could do it for like 10, but I don't want to mess it up. It kind of does feel softer, but we're about to try it out before I remove the buttons. And I got my paint shaker here because I have a theory and it might work. Also pulled out my heat mat because humidity is kind of high. So I'm about to plug it in because I got a feeling that let me see, I gotta make space here. It's gonna take some time for it to bring that humidity down. So the way the sensor works, I believe, is that it has like a little ball inside. And so once let me get this out of the way. Once the ball moves, it's what activates the light, right? So this watch, it looks almost brand new. I'm thinking that ball is stuck. It might be stuck because this watch seems like it wasn't used a lot. This is still the old O-ring. I just want to put it back and close it. I'm about to do an experiment here. It doesn't have to be perfect because I got a new O-ring. me install the buttons. I meant the screws, not the buttons. Alright, so let me install the bezel. It kind of went on pretty easy. Yeah, they are kind of softer, you know. Notice that I'm not using my nail to press it. So that means when I change the spring, it's going to be even better. Alright, so the tilt, it's not working. So the way this thing works is you put your paint here, you see it shakes. I'm hoping this loosen up the ball, and it hasn't. Not working. I might have to leave it for a while. So I'm gonna keep going and I'll be back in a few minutes. The experiment did not work. Let me take this out of here. The buttons did feel a little bit lighter. I want to clean the crystal with some wire and a Q-tip. And right now I'm debating or not if I should open up that module. And right now I'm about 80% that I'm gonna want to do it. By the time I'm done cleaning this crystal, I might decide. Probably won't be able to fix it, but I'm already here. So the glass look clean, but it has gunk stuck in there from over a decade, so it doesn't hurt to clean it with this. Luckily the glass is not scratched. Like I said, this watch is not mistreated. So it doesn't seem. Look at the humidity building up inside the watch. Just because I'm rubbing on the crystal. Right, that should be good enough. Look, that went away. It goes away real quick. Humidity is down to 37. Hear that? So it's nice and polished, nice and clean. All right, so let's remove that button. Got one clip. Let's take a look first at the buttons. So this is 12 o'clock. You see the opening right there. Opening right there. And on the other side, flat spot goes to the top. All right. Look at that O-ring is almost brand new. Like I said, this watch is in excellent condition. Gotta take one more out. Look at that. Perfect. All right. We'll do one at a time. Little lube. Oh, I forgot to change the spring. Dope. Look how tiny the springs. So on the previous video, on the G9000, I used springs from a GW-5600, which are a little bit longer, but softer. I gotta see if I have more. Let me go check. All right, I'm back. Let's see if I can get it here so you can see it. You can see the size comparison. Let go. There it is. So even though it's bigger, it's softer. So this is what I'm gonna be installing. So it goes spring, washer, metal washer that is, rubber, and rubber. So I remember that on the other one I did put a little bit of silicone oil here because the button rubs plastic with plastic. That way, if I ever get it wet, the buttons will never stick. You see how much softer it is? Oh yeah. So now all I gotta do is put that C-clip back on. Oops. Where'd it go? Got it. All right. It's on. So now all I gotta do is repeat it 3 times. And I could definitely feel the difference. Softer, tougher. All right, let me do the other 3 and I'll be back. All right, all the buttons got the new DW56 springs. Here's the original. I gotta find the ones from the G9000, and I seen them the other day. I don't know where I put them. And I'm gonna open this up. Already took out the battery. I'm gonna check the solder point on that little box right there on the other side, since I'm already here. If it's not working, the only way to fix this, even though I don't use the auto light, because I don't need it, but I still want to fix it. The only way to fix it is because they don't sell this part. It's get a different module or take this part from another G-Shock. So I might have to get a G-Shock that's all beat up for parts, and just to remove that little part right there. So let me get a little screwdriver here. Start removing the metal chassis here. I have to use this and get my goggles. There is a little spring right here. Let me see if I can get it. Nope. It's really in there. Let's see if I can get it with some radical. I got it. I think this spring is like a ground for the buttons. Mixed ground with the chassis. It looks very similar to the solar. I want to put it here. I don't want to stop to get a little tray for this. Okay. And I have one clip here in the top. Something skinny. Oh, there's 2. They're from the other side. I don't want to deal with this spring later, so I'm just gonna put a little piece of that little dot right there that'll hold that spring in place. There, I got it. Put that to the side. Seems to be good. Well, that shouldn't come out like that. Came out in one piece. So the solder points look weird. They do look weird. So I'm gonna resolder them. We get that setup ready, and I'll be back. All right, welcome to the craziness. Got my little jig here. This tool is perfect if I wanted to remove like some kind of. Sometimes you need to do two at the same time. Like for example here, like I would do the two at the same time and then pull it from the other side. But I don't want to remove it. I just want to heat it up. So I was just testing it and the temperature is coming down. So you can set it in Celsius, and you know it's got a bunch of settings. And you could take one of the prongs off. So I'm going to do one at a time. Let me see if I can do it. I didn't use any flux. There. Got that one. This one is a little problematic. There, I got it. Do it again to clean it up. I don't want to add more solder. The camera is in the way. There. Right, we turn this off. Temperatures start coming down. I'll leave you guys a link to all this down below. I got it from Amazon. Sec wire. Actually works pretty nice. So if that doesn't work, the plan is to get the part from another watch. Can't really do much. Right, let me put all of this away. All right, I just plugged in the heat mat again. I had to unplug it before because it was getting too hot. All right, so be careful with that coil. That coil is what receives the atomic time. All right, so all the springs are in, the two light springs and the two solar charger for the solar panel. That's good. Okay. Where is the plastic? Found it. Okay. Nice. Now we have the other spring here. Let me see if I can grab it. though. I believe it was right here. It's getting late and my vision is failing. Oh. There. Got it. All right. Now I can take this off because that other spring is not going anywhere. Align the chassis. Close it. Make sure all the clips are in. Yep. Put that to the side. Let's clean this. I'm gonna put this back in here. Before I put the battery back in. All right. I got the battery here. Close it. Let's do an AC. 3, 2, 1. We have power. Let's see if I can do it with the case open. Ugh. It's gonna be kind of difficult. No. Nope, I can't do it. I don't want to close the module again. There, I got it. Nope, so it's not working. So I'm gonna have to take that part from another watch. It was a good try. Yep, not working. So let's put it back together. All right. Let's lube the new O-ring. Nice. All right. I believe this goes like this. There. Now we put this on. And now I get the screws. Screws are in. Bezel. Need the side screws. Get it. All right. Let's do one here. All right. All right, first thing I gotta do, I gotta set my local time. You can see the bezel got stiff again, so the boiling part there, New York. Let me connect it to my my little jig here. To get the atomic time, you press this. There, it's ready to receive the time. All right, check out the finished product. Everything works except for the auto light. To turn on the auto light, you gotta press the light, press the button until you see it. And to mute, you gotta hold the mode button. And there you see the little signal that it's been muted. Now you get no sound. Did you notice how every time I push the mode, everything like kind of scrolls through? Isn't that cool? All right, I'm gonna turn back on the sound there. So to get back to the home screen, you gotta press. That's the only thing I don't like. You gotta keep pressing until you go back. And of course, I think I already told you the G means that it got the atomic time. There it is. Now I gotta search for another watch, get that part, get it fully functional. And I'm thinking that part went bad because probably wasn't used a lot, this watch. Because look at that watch, look at that crystal. Mint. Watch is mint. So you gotta use your watch or it's still gonna go bad. Let me put it on so you can see it. Check it out. I always put on the watches tight. This is why I don't like the rubber. Now it's too loose. There, I think that's good. Very comfortable strap. Even though I can't use rubber. It just, especially on hot days, it bothers me. So that's going to be it. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think. Look at that honeycomb. Peace out.